So we're going to talk about how to configure preferences in InDesign. The first thing we need to know is to where to find these preferences, which to have to edit our documents in the menu in InDesign wherever we work with it. So we find these preferences in here in the edit menu, and right at the bottom we have these preferences options related to preferences. So let's start by taking a look at them. We have this general preferences, and you can see that we have a shortcut as well. So we also have composition, type, autocorrect, spelling, and so on and so forth. Take a look at them, and we'll look at general first. And you can notice here that this pop-up window gives a list of precisely these particular preferences we saw in the edit menu. Those are present here as well, so we can also access through general preferences as well. So as you can see, we have the type, autocorrect, dictionary, spelling, and all these things that we saw earlier. So let's now explore a few of these preferences. Take a look at the interface. It has to do with appearance panel. Here is the appearance panel. We can change the color here. It has to do with our toolbar as well, double column or single row. Single column right now. So first thing, we can change these colors, and these light is kind of harsh on our eyes. This used to be a default one when InDesign was in the beginning of that releasing. Now it's a good option to switch this to dark, because this is a neutral color and it is kind of easier on your eyes. So we have these options as well: medium dark, medium light, light. We have these options: match pasteboard through theme color. We have these tool tips. We want them fast, normal, or none. We don't want the tool tips. When we go over here, a little pop-up comes up and shows what the tool is for. Show thumbnails on place, show transformation values. It comes up in the properties panel. Show multi-touch animal gestures. Currently we don't have any touch instrument or system, so we don't need that, but it's okay to keep that on, doesn't matter. Highlight object under selection. Here, floating tools panel. Let's say double column. I'm going to give it OK, and it comes up with certain different view here. I'm going to go ahead and hit Control K to access my preferences here, and go back to my interface. I'll just change it to single column, which I prefer. So auto collapse icon panels. If I check this on, let's say I have this layers on, I'll click here and it will go away automatically. So in case you don't want that, you can just give Control K and go to interface and check this off. Auto show hidden panels, open documents as tabs, enable floating document while docking, large tabs, and so on and so forth. You have these options. Live screen drawing. If you're drawing something using a pen tool or a line tool, it comes up by default. It is on delayed. It often comes up after a while. It loads up and then it appears on the screen. So if you have a better system, then it will be preferable to keep it on immediate, or if your system lags too much, you should prefer delayed. So depending on your system, if you can handle it, then you can choose immediate for sure, or else you can just go for delayed as well. Greek vector graphics on tab. If you check this on, so if I do this, and it will show up Greek vector graphics on drag. Control K, go back and keep this off. User interface scaling. Here in the general, you have show home screen when no documents are open. It is going to show up those documents that were previously opened. Used legacy new document dialog. Earlier, it used to be a different kind of dialog box, but it was kind of a new one. Has the same thing, just a little bit of change in appearance. That is all. It doesn't matter. You can keep this on or off. But if you're an old school guy, you can choose this, and you like to see a legacy new document dialog, and you can go ahead and take this off, and you will see your old new document dialog. Page numbering, we have section numbering or absolute numbering. Font downloading and embedding. Use subset fonts, clips greater than 2000. You can set this as well. Prevent selection of locked objects. Of course, you want this to be on, because when you lock the object, you don't want it to disturb while working. So it's good to have this. In case you just mess up with these settings, then you can just go ahead and reset all warning dialogs, and it'll go back to where it was earlier. So you have so on and so forth. Apply to content. Include stroke weight. Include stroke effects. So when you scale up or scale down, you want the stroke to scale up as well, and the effects as well. So this is a good option here, and earlier it doesn't used to be there. Adjust scaling percentage, and while placing or pasting content, allow incoming spot color or replacing existing swatch of same name. If you prefer a spot color to be appearing in your swatches panel, you want InDesign to adopt those spot colors or any other swatches, you can check this on. Content aware fit. Make content aware fit the default frame fitting option. If you choose this option, then it is going to fit in the frame. In case any space left, it'll make up the pixels and will fit in right like so. So you're not able to view these small icons. If you think they're small and not legible for you, you can just bump up the size, and it shows up with a warning here. Changes will take place the next time you start InDesign. So I prefer it small. It's okay for me. I can see them, and here you can see the live weight. This will turn up to be this big. Depending on your screen, you can use this. It will also depend on your resolution of the screen. So make sure before messing this up, you check that out. Anchor points, handle bounding box display size. If you don't find them easily, you can make them larger as well. And same thing, changes will take place the next time you start InDesign. Next, we have the type. Use the typographer's code. Type tool converts frame into text frames. In case you have a normal frame, you use a text frame type tool and click on that. It will automatically convert it into text frame. Map optical size to font in variable fonts. Triple click to select the line. Double click to select the word. Triple click to select the line. And 4 clicks to select the paragraph. And 5 clicks to select the entire copy. Apply leading to entire paragraphs. If this is what you prefer, you make books all the time, you can check this on. Adjust spacing automatically when cutting and pasting words. Enable in menu font previews. This is keep on 10. Enable Japanese font preview in Find More. If you want to see Japanese font, you can check this off. The recent sort list alphabetically. Show recents. Okay, if you want that, you can check this on as well. Preview font on hover. Enable on layout view. It's okay to have this in the story editor. Smart text reflow. Limit to primary text features. Add pages to the end of the story. This is something we looked at while we were creating the copy using the master page or the parent page. And with the large text document, we made automatic text flow. So this needs to be on in case you're creating something like a book or a long text document. Preserve facing page spreads. Delete empty pages. In case this bugs you, empty page bugs you, you can just go ahead and check this off on. Advanced type. So here you can customize the size of superscript, subscript, and small cap with and also the position here. Input method options. Use inline input for non-letting text. Use native digits while typing in Arabic scripts. If you work with Arabic, you want that to happen, you can go ahead and find this option here as well. Missing left protection. Protect while typing. Protect when applying fonts. Paragraph compressor. These are different kind of composer. Show for character alternates, fractions, ordinals, and ligatures. Show adornment or text selection frame for more type controls. Composition. Violation, substituted fonts, substituted glyphs, custom tracking or kerning. This is okay. You should check this on. The rest is fine. Text wrap, justify text next to an object. Skip by letting. Text wrap only affects the text beneath. You can check this on, and it kind of is handy if you're working with a lot of objects in text. You don't want to always go to the object and make it text wrap, and you can just make this text beneath, and all your text will be automatically wrapped up. It's just one key shortcut. Units and increments, and we have the origin, spread, page, or spline. You can keep this by default. It is on pixels. You can change it to points or inches depending on your requirement. You can change the stroke units as well. These are stroke unit. It's 0 point. You can change it to millimeter. Also, you can change this point size 72 points per inch. And you have the sizing for cursor key, baseline shift, size and leading, and kerning. When you use the shortcuts with the keyboard while you're working with this copy, we're using Control and Alt and up arrow key, and holding Control, Alt, and right arrow keys for making the changes. You see that happening in the paragraph. That the unit, you can control it from here as well. You can customize that. That's a good option. Next, we have the grids. And what color do we want the grid to be? Where exactly do you want this grid to start? 36 point, and somewhere in here, middle here. So related to the top of the page, it will come with the reference of top here. And every increment of 12 point, view threshold will be 75%. Document grid will be light gray, and with so on and so forth. Dimensions, grids in back. Guides and pasteboards. Margins will be this color, columns this, bleed this, and so you can go ahead and customize colors for margin, columns, grids, and slugs. Preview in the background, and you want to match to theme color. It's okay. I'm going to keep this off. Smart guides are green. Snap to zone. Okay. If you want a snapping options, you can snap to 4 pixels. You can define snapping here. Align to object center, align to object edges. How the smart guide will work with all these checked on. Pasteboard options, horizontal margins 61 point and vertical margin 72 points. You can keep this as it is, it doesn't matter much. So here we have the dictionary. In case I want to use a medical, you're using a legal, making a legal document or a medical document, you can go ahead and choose this. And you see we have a bunch of languages here. That's Bengal, Arabic, and so on and so forth. All of them are present here. Yeah, I can check the spelling, say misspelled words, repeated words, uncapitalized words. You want InDesign not see these misspelled words, you can just go ahead and check that off. But it is something that enable dynamic spelling will do. If you don't want the InDesign to find out the words, you can just tick that off, and And this will be fine. So here next you have autocorrect. If you enable autocorrect, if you type something like this, these are the common mistakes, and InDesign will automatically correct and will replace it with these words. And it's okay to keep this off if you want. It's okay. I want InDesign to find the words for me and underline it, and then if I choose, then the InDesign will replace it. That's a better option. Notes. You can change the note color as well. Track changes. I'm not going to go into detail with these things because they're pretty much self-explanatory. Show added text. Text color will be this. Background this color. Deleted text this and that, and so on and so forth. Story editor display. This will be the font. It will appear. Yeah, the size, single space, line spacing. Text color. You can see the background. Theme, ink on paper. Anti-aliasing. We'll choose a good. You should keep this on and keep these settings as they are. Don't mess with them much. Display performance. This could be kind of useful. You can, if you have a good system, you can bump this all up to 100. Highest quality, full quality. Then, and if you have a system that is lagging, you can kind of set this down, bump it down, and then start working. Here, appearance of black. This is something that we need to look at. This is a rich black. Rich black means you have put all the values of C, M, Y, and K at 100%. And this is just a C, M, Y at 0 and K at 100. So this is black. This is pure white. This is rich black with all the added values here. File handling. How I want my recovery data to be stored. Recent numbers, items display 20, first pages, preview size, medium 656 to 256, position at cursor location, and so on and so forth. If you want the Adobe active fonts, then you can check this on and then check it out. Clipboard handling, prefer PDF, copy PDF to clipboard, preserve PDF data I quit. All information index, or this is on. While you're importing text, this is something you need to check mark here, and these were the preferences then you need to work with, and depending on what you're working with, you can change it up. And in case you mess that up, of course there is a reset option, and yeah, this makes a whole lot of a difference while you're working, and kind of will make your workflow easier, way easier, if you know all these preferences. So make sure you explore this and work with preferences.